right, bang, what's going, guys? To an exciting new edition, main event, Talkin Hands. Host Press Hector, joined by my host, Mr. Danny Betts. This weekend, pretty slow weekend boxing, but after this week, we're pretty loaded for the summer slate. June, July is going to be pretty well loaded. So this week, fight we chose Josh Taylor, returning Josh Taylor off another unfortunate loss to Jack Catterall last year. So he's going to be taking on Ekow Essuman. I guess that's how you say the last name, Essuman. So that's why we're going to be hammering for this week. And then there's a title fight out in Japan. Unfortunately, no stateside TV for it. So it's going to be hard to see it. And it'll be hard for us to watch as well, since it's going to be at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning with Angelo Leo, I believe, won that title over Lopez. Yeah. The big power puncher. Yeah, big lefty power puncher. So that'll be his first defense as well. So let's jump right into it. Josh Taylor, Essuman. It's going to be a fight we're going to talk about. We're going to get right into it. Current odds at our favorite book, FanDuel. Josh Taylor minus 330, Essuman plus 240. Method of victory, Taylor decision minus 135, Taylor KO plus 360. Essuman decision plus 470, Essuman KO plus 550. Kind of sprung this a little late on Danny, so no issue if you want to have like a really strong, solid opinion. Danny, do you really like anything here? And what are your thoughts on this fight?
I'm not gonna say I love something on this fight, but like we've seen Josh Taylor fight Catterall a couple times. His last fight he lost. He's on a 2-fight losing streak now, but he finally, this is at 147. Shout out to Mario Barrios, 420, baby, blaze up. It was well due, bro. Like he was really like, draining himself to make that weight, and you could tell, like, you could, even though like the last performance was pretty, it was all right against Catterall.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just like glimpses, like you can only see like the good parts of his game, and then like he would fade or something, and his chin's been kind of questionable a little bit, like getting hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
and that's what happens with the weight cut, man. You keep fighting at a weight class that you're not supposed to. Eventually, you're gonna get caught, and your body's just not gonna be able to take it. So at 147, I think he's gonna do way better physically. Essuman, this is a step up for sure. A step up fight for him. He's fought this. It was a pretty good fight. I don't know if you caught that one. His last fight against Vaughn. Vaughn was like a kind of like a prospect coming up too. And he fought a guy named Cooper. He got a knockout pretty. I think it was like round 4 or something like that. But those guys are like domestic fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like world type of fighters. So this is big step up for him. I like his game. He's got some good pop. He's not like Taylor's definitely gonna be the most technical for sure. Like Essuman is not technical. He likes to be in the pocket. Like his last fight, if you want to brawl, he'll brawl with you. I just can't see him outboxing Taylor for sure. He looks pretty durable, but at the same time, like I said, he hasn't faced like the best competition. His only losses came against Harry Scarf, and Scarf is a good technical, rangy boxer. He's tall.
Yeah.
A lot of length. But I could see Taylor likes to mix it up. He could go inside the pocket. He got outbox you. He's a southpaw. Even though Essuman just fought southpaw, so that helps him out a little bit, to get a little bit used to it. But I think Taylor by decision's the move. But I can't see a late stoppage, man. Coming up a weight class that you're supposed to. He was big for the division anyways. He could find his power again. It's been a while since he got a knockout, but those 7-8 pounds is gonna do wonders for him. I'm gonna go decision. Not super confident because I can't see a late stoppage. I do really think that Taylor wins this fight. If I'm not mistaken, this is at his hometown too. So I do like him as a parlay piece. If you want to go the safe route, which I will too, I'm gonna throw him in a couple parlays and things like that. But I'll go decision. I think he wins a unanimous decision. I just can't see who's Essuman like outboxing him or anything like that. Shout out to Big Show in the chat. Maybe catch him, which I doubt, just because, like I said, at 147, I think that's gonna help his body Taylor's chin, just everything from him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's not gonna be drained. So I think it's Taylor all day in this fight.
Yeah, and like I said, shout out Mario Barrios and shout out Big Show Picks in the chat. Right after us, Big Show's going to be live. Like Them Talk podcast, recapping UFC Vegas 106 and breaking down some future matchups. A lot of fun future matchups just got announced in the UFC, so it should be a fun
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So with me, so I watched three of Essuman's fights, and the way he fights, to me, this line doesn't make much
Yeah,
sense,
it's short.
and I think there's a specific prop, which I know, like, I don't love giving out like a prop bet for like a best bet, but to me, this I'd be very shocked if this doesn't happen. Total knockdowns over a half, so one knockdown by
Yeah.
either guy plus 110.
No, it's
So
good.
to me, that's going to be my pick for the best bet because I agree. I I can't say Taylor's going to win a decision. This Essuman guy gets hit constantly. Like
Yeah.
he's like kind of brawling, and he's brawling these lower level guys. And I'm a little worried with Taylor just because he hasn't looked his best after really the Lopez fight, long layoff. Fought Catterall better than I think the scorecards reflected, but he
Yeah.
still wasn't like on the top of his game. And he does have enough pop to where I think he can drop this guy. And if Taylor is shop worn, like done, which I don't think's gonna happen, but that is in the back of my mind. I'll take the knockdown prop plus 110. I would be extremely surprised if someone doesn't get dropped in this fight, just with the way both guys fight. And Taylor is kind of known to, I don't want to say get hurt, but like loses balance a bit sometimes when he like
Yeah.
lunges with that left. And then this Essuman guy does just like ream it with like the big hooks. So that's what I'm going to take. I do think I agree with you. Taylor should win the fight. He has like it's we go over these fights pretty constantly, like the gimme fights, the you know get the
Yeah.
home guy, the big name, his win back, and get him right back in there at 140, which we'll get to with our boxing news, right? With Lopez potentially moving up, 140 is going to be wide open, I think, these next few months. So, or well, actually 147 because it's at
Go for yourself.
147.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but should be a fun fight. Uh, yeah, that's the big thing I got for this fight. Did you look at the undercard at all, Danny, or like that?
I still gotta do my tape study, but yeah, there's a couple like there's a under Lee McGregor's fighting.
Yeah, I know him. Yes.
Um, I gotta do a little bit more tape study because I'm interested in Lee McGregor. He's an underdog. He's like plus 162 or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and I think he's on this card. Maxie Hughes is fighting on this card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maxie Hughes is fighting on this card. I think he gets it done. That's another parlay piece in my opinion, but that's about it. But I really gotta dig into that Lee McGregor fight because if I see some certain things, I might get that underdog shot in that one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And yeah, Maxie Hughes. We know he fought. I can't think of the guy's.
Cambosis,
Yeah.
William Cepeda, he got
Yeah. He had
annihilated
no
after
chance in that fight. Yeah. He had zero chance in that fight. Yeah.
none.
So, yeah, those should be two good fights, fun fights. I don't know if you want to touch on the Leo fight, if you have anything. If not, I'd love to move into the Pacquiao fight as well.
Real quick, yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, man. I wish I could. I'm gonna see if I could find a certain stream or something to watch that
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, I'll be awake. I'll wake up because that's gonna be a banger. His opponent, I forget his name, but he's
Yeah,
from
like
Japan.
Kameda. Yeah.
Yeah, but his dad took him to Mexico, bro. Took him to Mexico. He's got a lot of experience, a lot of fights under his belt. He went to Mexico to fight over there too, early in his career. His nickname is called like El Mexicanito, like the little Mexican, basically. And he's Japanese and Chinese, so that tells you everything. But that tells you everything about his style, bro. He likes to go in there and fight, and he's not out there like trying to outbox you or anything like that. It's gonna be a good scrap because Leo's the same way, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more technical. He's got more stuff to his game. Obviously, I think he gets it done. Should be a banger. It's just another one that I don't know if it's gonna be a knockout or not. He
Hmm.
did get a crazy knockout, one of the knockouts of the year against Alberto
Lopez.
Lopez. But
Yeah.
I knew that line was crazy. I bet him at like plus 400, and it was nuts. That knockout was insane. So it might be recency bias. I think he gets it done by decision. It'll be a sweat just because I think this fight is gonna be a banger. Um, but yeah, I like him as a parlay piece too. So if you want to do a safe route, but I think Leo gets it done.
Yeah. No, Leo, that was a crazy good
Crazy
performance too.
knockout.
Yeah, against Lopez. And unfortunately, I actually bet the decision. So I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
All right.
Yeah. So that
Bro, the
sucked.
bunny line, dude. He was
I
like
know,
plus.
but see, that's the point. If I showed you some of these tickets I've
Oh, if
had,
you did a crazy
yeah,
parlay,
where
yeah.
it's
It's
I had
still a
one
money line, dude.
I
It was
had
like
one
plus.
this past weekend, $10 to a 94K.
Yeah. Ooh.
And if Stolfus would have won by sub, I would have been like one away, but I would have lost because I had Morales, I think, decision or something.
Oh. Well, you
But
can't be mad at that. The
yeah,
last two lost, so
yeah. So
it's always the last one, dude. Like me, I needed Charles Oliveira to sub. Um, what's his name?
Chandler, yeah.
Chandler, and he had like 7 attempts, almost
Yeah, he was
subbed
on
him
his back for like 4 minutes.
5 rounds. I'm like, are you serious right now? Shout out
Yeah.
to Von Polo in the chat, man. That's my guy.
Yeah. That was going on VP, Von Pool in the chat. We're going to go right into really the news of the week or probably past
Yeah.
2 weeks. Uh, Out of retirement, Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if he's needing some money or what. The government's not working in the Philippines or what's going on with them. But he's coming back to fight Mario Barrios July, I think it's 18th in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is crazy to me. I don't know why this fight is happening. It's getting sanctioned. Uh, just crazy. Andrew G, shout out you, Andrew G, in the chat as well. Dan, what are your thoughts here? Do you give Pacquiao any chance? Barrios did. He didn't look the best against Ramos. We saw him on the Jake Paul card, and he is hittable, but he's going to be the much bigger guy. What do you think about this announcement? And do you like the fight at all?
I mean, I love Pacquiao, dude. Like he's a legend in the game. But like you said, like I don't understand coming out of retirement, you get a title shot like this, and then like you're supposed to fight Spence, then he fights. Spence doesn't make it. He fights Ugas, loses to Ugas, and Mario Barros, by the way, another underdog I cast, beats Ugas, whoops his ass to get the belt.
Yeah.
So now Pacquiao. So that in that case, it kind of makes sense. Pacquiao against Barrios, but I don't know where Pacquiao's at all. Like I mean. It's you can't tell me where he's at right now. Like so I mean I'm a pick Barrios, but it's not yeah, I'm not like super like hyped to bet it or anything like that. I don't know where the lines are gonna be or anything like that, but probably by decision, but yeah, I gotta take Barrios, dude. Like Pacquiao's gotta show me. Like he needs that politic money, I guess.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
that was
boy. Don't Tap Podcast. Let's go.
yeah, that was my whole thing too. I felt like it's got to be money related because I don't. This came out of nowhere to me.
But he seems like the guy that's super disciplined and things like that. I don't think it's money related because I'll be surprised if you tell me he's broke or something like like Mayweather. I get that because he's a fucking head case.
Yeah,
But Pacquiao, I don't know. I think he's just. He saw opportunity. Hey, I could get a title shot. Shit, let me try to get that belt back.
I assume you don't know what the line is.
I don't. I promise again. I'm good at this.
Okay.
This one I feel like I'm gonna be way off because I'm like
Okay.
Shit. Barrios minus 275.
750.
Holy shit.
So
See, I knew I was gonna be way off on that one. I was leaning like 375, but still I would have been mad short.
Yeah, so I think the big deal with that is I think it's the age
Dude, the
and
A's,
the inactivity. And the big issue for me with Pacquiao in this fight specifically is speed is what he was like known for. And he doesn't have the speed because
yeah,
Ugas, it was a guy to me tailor made for him to beat up. And he looked bad that fight.
yeah.
And now he's coming back. And but I will say I could almost guarantee you this line goes down because people are going to take Pacquiao.
Yeah, yeah, because it is a little bit wide. I would say like I was way off. That was just dumb, but I would say like 550.
Yeah,
Is
because
it
I
like
think this is going
Barrios?
to be one where it's not as egregious, obviously, like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson
Yeah,
thing, right? Because these are two legitimate boxers for sure, like big time. Like I'm not saying Pacquiao's in the prime yet, and Barrios isn't. Although I don't know, you could argue he might be number. No,
do
no.
what?
I was gonna say he's like top like three in the weight class, but probably not with Boots and
Boots for
Lopez.
sure. You
Yeah,
got Norman. How would you feel about Norman and
I think Norman
Barrios?
would knock him out.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, you got those two for sure. I definitely he's the easiest champion, Barrios in my opinion. But yeah,
yeah,
I just can't bet Pacquiao at this.
yeah. I mean,
This
I think it's gonna be a fun fight. Hopefully, it's a fun fight, or else it could look like when Pacquiao put De La Hoya out to dry, out to bed 20 years ago, whenever that fight was, where he was just way too quick, and De La Hoya looked like an old man. So
yeah.
and was super dehydrated. So yeah, that it was interesting. Jeff was texting me. He's like, "Wait, is this real?" I'm like, I guess. And then yeah, they announced it like a couple days later. So yeah, Pacquiao Barrios. That was the big piece of news there. Dane, do you have anything else news wise or anything you want to touch on?
Not that I could think of. That was pretty much it. Not
Yeah, Catterall got announced to fight after his loss against some Eubank guy who, admittedly, I don't know anything about, so I'd have
oh
to look him up.
Harlem, yeah, Harlem
Yeah,
Eubank. That one's gonna be interesting.
yeah, I'd have to look him up because I did see
I
that.
like.
Yeah,
He's got a good style to him. He's got some pop too, so I might. And I've always said, well, we've always said Catterall's chin is a little.
yeah, he's gonna get knocked out.
It's
Yeah,
just that the only thing is just the way he fights is hard to knock him out. It's because he fights so like negative, like you know what I'm saying. Like he is
hmm
so safe. So, but Eubank's got some explosive. Like he's not super explosive, but definitely has some pop. So that one's gonna be interesting. We'll see.
yeah. That was the other piece, and then sort of touched on it. Eddie Hearn, I believe, was pretty confident that they are with Turkey in the midst of making that Boots Lopez fight. So
Yeah, we'll see, man. That's another. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be tough for me, but yeah, we were talking about that in the UFC stream. I'm happy for her because I know she's gonna make some decent money. So I just don't know who she's gonna fight. You know, they haven't named an opponent, I think, but I love it for her. Hottie Holmes going back to
yeah,
boxing and making some bread after retiring from MMA. Um, yeah, I don't know who, but she signed with MVP with Jake Paul too. So
yes,
you know they're gonna try to set her up. You know, pretty decent in her first fight at least. Shout out to Jesse in the chat.
yeah. She got
I wonder if
she,
she's
she I was gonna say she was supposed to do that league. Did it just go under? You know that one
which
league
one?
where it's like a video game damn near league. It was going to be Faber and Uriah Faber was in it. All like the old UFC guys, Global Fight League or
Yeah,
whatever it was called.
GFL.
Yeah.
No, I think they still. I think they're still good.
Oh, they are.
I think.
Because I thought she was in that, and I don't know when that's
No,
supposed
she
to
wasn't in
be.
that. She just
No.
went to the boxing.
Okay.
But I wonder if she's gonna get a fight on that card, that Paul card coming up.
Oh, the Serrano card,
Yeah,
or
I
Jake
imagine
Paul
if
fight.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would think if she's
Yeah.
signed with them, so and that's a big card, and she's a decent, well, for us, she's a decent name for the MMA community. So
Oh yeah, wow, yeah. DAZN just they said she's gonna be on the Jake Paul fight.
Yep, I figured.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine she ain't
yeah.
getting younger. Action Jackson, say what's goody.
She's gonna fight Yolanda Vega.
I gotta see who that is.
Yeah, Yolanda Vega. I don't know who that is either.
Oh, she
So
was with GFL. I don't remember that. Did she fight?
I don't. I thought they went under for some reason because I know they had like a ton of hype to them, and then it
Yeah,
just
they were doing
went
some
dead.
decent
Yeah,
cards, man. Um. Oh, so they just waiting for okay. I meant see, I hate that because they had some decent cards and they had a good idea, but now like you need support in the back end um to keep going. You need money obviously, but
yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree. So, and plus, really, the more competition, the better. Like, more fights, the better for everyone. They threw up events to draw backers or have. Yeah, holding on to life support. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, makes sense. That situation happens all too often. It seems with a lot of those smaller organizations.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, because
uh,
that's the only bad thing. Like, yeah, they had like older name, like decent names, but remember they're not gonna fight for free. Like, so you gotta pay
right,
these
yeah,
guys. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So when you have at least decent names, they're gonna get paid pretty decent. That's the only
yeah,
bad thing.
yeah. I know, and like with Bellator, at
Like
least like
Game Bread too went down, right? Or
Gamebred FC.
are they still a thing?
Yeah, or is he with? Is he doing something with Pettis? Because I know Pettis was doing stuff. Anthony Pettis, like an MMA
I
org
don't
or
know.
something. Yeah, yeah. All of them are kind of the same boat with those, like Andre Orlovsky type fighters, where they're like
Yeah,
old, but like they want to fight still. As long as it's not what's his face, Bigfoot Silva, because
oh
they were throwing
god,
him out there to get killed. Like
again,
he
I'll never
got knocked out
forget,
like
dude.
12 fights in a row.
When
Where I'm like, what are we doing?
was it
Yeah,
Kane? Was it
Cain
Kane that
Velasquez.
almost killed him?
Yeah, he was just a
A
bloody
bloody
mess.
mess,
Yeah.
dude. Like, jeez, I'll never forget that, dude. Like, that was so bad.
Don't Tap Podcast asking what's the spots to watch this weekend. Anything. Uh, well,
For
going right off the top, we'll get to our best bets. I have knockdown. There will be a knockdown over a half round, and the fight where the main fighter Josh Taylor Essuman. Danny, what do you like for best bet?
like I said, I'm not confident. I do like Taylor to win for sure. So, and
Yeah,
I think it should be a little bit wider, man. Like, I think we're getting decent
yeah. This
price.
Essuman guy gets hit by
Yeah, a
anything.
lot.
Yeah,
It's just a big step up too. So I like Taylor in this spot, but I'm torn if it's gonna be a late stoppage or decision. I'm going with decision.
yeah.
Not super confident, but I really do think Taylor's gonna win.
Yeah, I lean Taylor. I just get a little worried. Back to back losses, gained a little up there in age, and how his focus is.
This
But
guy's older actually too by 2 years. He's 36.
Essuman, yeah,
Essuman, yeah,
yeah,
I seen that too. I'm like, man, for a guy that hasn't like fought like that,
yeah, and I just think he probably started late too. That Essuman, because
yeah,
like the way he fights, it's very I say like chaotic, like
yeah.
his
That's
style.
why I'm like, I could definitely see Taylor breaking them down,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be tough, And then these UK refs sometimes, bro. They be like real quick,
Oh yeah.
which I get. Like if you're taking a lot of punishments standing up, but I'm old school. At least you gotta get dropped once, in my opinion. Unless you really are like out on your feet, then yeah. But and hometown cooking.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
First fight, 147. Like that's why I
Yeah.
love the money line. I'm like, dude, it's minus 300s.
Yeah, if the fight's close, they're not gonna give it to Asuman for sure by decision. So, yeah, I think Taylor should get done. Very, definitely a fight to watch though to see where he is, and then obviously we'll recap it next week.
Yeah,
Or he has plenty of options at 147.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, guys, if you guys could please leave a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts, predictions, these fights, thoughts on the Pacquiao fight, anything we talked about. Let us know. We respond to all your comments. If you need a sports book, FanDuel link is in the description below. Click the link. click your state, use our deposit, and you'll get a nice. You bet $5 at most of these books, you're getting $203 in free bets. Win the free bets, and if you did that yesterday, this was crazy. DraftKings, if you did their King of the Diamond promo,
Yeah.
and you won, you click the guy who'll be King of the Diamond, they gave you $83,000 in free bets. There's only 11 people hit it.
83,000
in free bets, 19
Still, that's
$5,000 free
insane.
bets or something. Yeah. So DraftKings is also with us in the description below. Any legal sports book, basically, we have promo codes for you. Description down below. Danny, anything you got for the chat before we get out of here and the fellas can turn to the Locker Room Talk podcast?
Yes, sir. Same shit, different day. Follow me at Danny Betts with 2 Z's. No UFC this Saturday. Next week we'll be back. I think I might pop up on the stream, and I don't know. I'm leaving to Puerto Rico on Thursday, so I remember last year I still did the show. I think I was in the car, but I'll see if I could like take my laptop and stuff like that. We could do the show still next week because there's decent fights for sure. Oh yeah, definitely, Kyle. I gotta hit you up, Kyle, for that intro for the show for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't know if you got my Twitter, I put a max bet on the Pacers to win the series at plus 135. Call me crazy. The public side is New York Knicks to make it to the finals. There's a big liability with future tickets with the Knicks.
I mean, you know what my opinion
The
is. I told you
offense,
this
yeah, exactly. I'm a Cavs fan. Me and Preston been talking about it for a while now. Afterward,
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I'm like, dude, their offense is legit. They have a lot of players that are versatile that can switch up on pick and rolls and things like that. Town sucks against pick and rolls. He's gonna be getting cooked. I'm telling you, with Halliburton in them, trust me, I think they get it done. Game 6, Pacers are ending this shit. Watch. We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I love that because I love that. Von Polo, let me see if I can link it in the chat. Hopefully that goes through for you, Von Polo. That's a link. You can click it. It literally says $83,334 in bonus bets. 12 players won. So craziness.
That's crazy.
So for DraftKings, like I said, you can use our promos. Drop down, link down below. Go to your state. You have DraftKings and you play that. I don't know what the minimum is, granted, but a super crazy promo and fuck $83,000 in bonus bets. The only issue is you have to play it, right? Like you can't just withdraw the money. So
I would put all of it in one. Like I'll try to find a spot that I'm really confident in. Like like minus 120 or minus 130. Throw all that shit on there.
Yeah.
To try to win 80 grand.
Yeah. So, that'll do it for us, guys. Like I said, next week we'll recap the Taylor fight, and we have the return of Caleb Plant, and hopefully Charlo's on the card. Hopefully he shows up.
Yeah.
Because he's been MIA for years. So
that's the one he's got to. That's the one that got slapped by Plant, wasn't it?
Remember I think that? So, yeah, in like March or something.
He slapped the shit out.
Yeah, then he bet, yeah. So, that'll do it for us, guys. Like I said, tune into the Locker Room Talk podcast right now. They're going to recap UFC Vegas 106, and we'll see you next week. Main event, Talkin Hands. Peace, guys.